And good morning, peeps. Let's get that banner down because you know what to do. It's the hashtag peeps. That's what we're doing with our giveaway tool today. Again, let's take that banner out. And you guys also know all the fun things to do to help support the channel. Alrighty, I'm going to go over here to that giveaway tool. Get on that screen, and it says prepare for life, hashtag peeps, and we're going to start collecting comments now. And we'll come back to this at the end in 10 minutes and do a drawing because that's what we're going to do. Okay, I'm going to remove that, add this, and I'm going to come over here to the comments and say hashtag peeps, hashtag peeps to get the ball rolling, just so we can do that drawing at the end. But that's what you guys do. All right, I'm going to show you what it looks like. Here we go. That's what I look like because I'm live streaming on YouTube. And this is what it looks like because we're live streaming on Facebook. We're also live streaming on Twitter, but they don't pull comments there. Eventually on some of these live streams, I'm going to be doing live streaming on LinkedIn, but I need to put on my big girl panties still with all that. I'm giving myself a year. You know, they say it takes a little over 8 months. You know, basically it's just like having a child, right? To get to birth one of these channels, and I'm doing 6 at a time. I don't know if that's gonna make it go slower or faster. All I know is it's gonna help me gain skills faster, and that's the most important thing right now. That's my biggest goal, is to learn more and to do this, to learn more about the process, to get more skills so I'm better at it, to be better engaged with the audience, get feedback from you guys. I'm also right here with the well, is it gonna okay, there's my comments. So I can see comments. If you guys put comments in, I can pull those up just like I just did the peeps. Today, though, let's look at who's in the house today. Who is our writer? Boris Pasternak. How many of you guys have read anything by Boris Pasternak? You probably know Dr. Zhivago. That's probably his work that you probably know the best. Man is born to live, not to prepare for life. And I guess there's a Dr. Zhivago theme. When I was a little kid, for Christmas one year, I got a music box that played Laura's theme, right? From the movie Dr. Zhivago. A man is born to live, not to prepare for life. And it's interesting. Geeky me, because I am unabashedly geeky. I found a couple. They've just uploaded, but these were recorded back in the early '80s. A philosopher interviewing other philosophers about other philosophers. How do you like that rabbit hole? But I've been secretly binge watching that as I'm cleaning house, which is how existential of us. Anyway, and so this morning, one of my least favorite 20th century philosophers, Heidegger, was on show. But that's, in his earlier days before he became a Nazi, those little footnotes there. His philosophy was a little bit more mainstream and more mild, maybe. I mean, that's my interpretation of it. Y'all can chime in with yours, which I love. I love finding out more about stuff because that's my geeky stuff, and I love it when people disagree with me because I always learn something. I might not change my mind per se, but it enhances my mind, right? I love that challenge. Not if it's just ridiculous. Well, but something, even when it's ridiculous, I struggle to find something that I can make it into something valuable for me. So that's on me, right? That's how I look at it. It's on me. So that's what I try for. And as far as Heidegger goes, my struggle to find goodness in the Nazi is, he did think that, death was not something we experience, it's something we go through, and that the other people experience our death, but we don't, right? That's one of his from way back at the turn of the last century, which I kind of agree with that part. It's like even I tease that I'm a big Schopenhauer fangirl, even though he was an old curmudgeon, misogynistic, slightly curmudgeon of his time. But I think I really pride myself into taking difficult people and finding something good about what they've done, and because I don't want to just see people in two-dimensional. I want to see them in multi-dimensional, because I think that's where the beauty is to understand who they are, even the inconsistencies and the things that sometimes it's hard to hold those two contradictory views of somebody or something in your mind at the same time. But that's life, right? That is life. That's what, and man is born to live, not to prepare for life. So I think sometimes in our preparation, that's what we do, is we flatten it out. To focus in on something means to distort it, right? Because you've got the lenses and you're distorting reality so you can focus in. The key is to understand what you're doing, not to do it. It's just to understand that what you're doing is that act of adjusting the lens, if you're looking at the microscope, is to understand that you're distorting on purpose to get another perspective. And it's just one perspective. It's not the perspective. And that's where life, to live, is to go through and experience that multidimensional, changes of vantage simultaneously in action, as opposed to plotting something out on a flat surface that is rigid, or it's constricted, or it's whatever. Not to say, the same with focus, right? Not to say that plotting and planning isn't valuable at times, but it can get in the way if we forget. If we forget when we're focusing that we've manipulated reality in order to see something from a different vantage more clearly, it's the same thing as if we mistake preparing for life for living, right? How's that for some deep philosophical thought on a Monday morning? And I tell you, it's good to be back. I kind of snuck in there on Wednesday, last week, if you didn't catch that. But it was really hard to stop. That was my big experiment. I'm having some health issues, still having them. I've had them for decades, literally decades, but it's got to that critical point where we're addressing it. I'm gonna come back here. We're gonna leave Boris alone for a little bit, and I'm gonna come back so I can talk to you about this. Because we have problems that we do the best that we can to get onto the next thing, because that's life. We got to live through that. But at this juncture, with the issues that I've got, it's sustained an injury in 1978 where my jaw was broken and every tooth in my head was fractured below the gum line as a hairline fracture, which over the years gets in, and especially after that accident that I had where I was hit by the car in 2013, that it juggles all of those things. So where I've got chronic abscesses, and I was really concerned because I'll get blood poisoning. I'm watching it so it doesn't go gangrene. I mean, it's just like weird, because you look and you don't think too much is wrong, except, I'm older and my teeth need, some work. But, cause we all do. That's constant. But it's that underlying thing, the stuff that it's easy to keep hidden and to bury, that if you don't take care of it, it can get life threatening, right? That's what I'm going to be dealing with. So we might as well start a podcast. Well, I'm getting oral surgery for this whole year. But, life, you're living through it, all the challenges. And, but it is good to be back here with you guys. And I will see you tomorrow because we're out of time. You know what? I'm going to do one more thing before I go. And that is, because it's just me, unfortunately, we're going to do that drawing though, because I want to see the confetti. I need confetti. I need all the confetti in my life. Right? So we got to wait for it to say, oh, I won, winner, chicken dinner. I want you to win, winner, chicken dinner. And I've got a bunch of mugs I can send out. I just want to get this thing off and rolling. So you guys need to show up in my comment feed so we can have a better, more than just a monologue from me. We can have a coffee clutch for real. And I can give away something of value to you, not just showing up every day, which hopefully is of value to you. Alrighty, I'm going to end the broadcast now, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a blessed day.